Hello and welcome. We are live. It is Friday. How has your week been? I hope your week has been successful and productive. It is the last live stream of this series we've been running the whole week. I am super excited because it is the grand finale. So tell me in the chat, where are you tuning in from? What city are you representing? And I want to know what you've been learning so far this week. Today, we're going to talk about how to teach our kids that money is a tool, not a measure of our worth, and the 6 lessons every child should learn about stewardship. Today, I want to share something that completely changed the way I think about teaching children about money. Yesterday, after our live session yesterday, I did a live stream yesterday. I had an incredible conversation in the comment section with leadership strategist and Reverend Kevin T. Taylor. Now, Reverend Kevin is the pastor of Israel AME Church, founded nearly 200 years ago in 1828. It is the oldest Black church in upstate New York, and I feel beyond honored and humbled that Reverend Kevin engaged on my live stream post on LinkedIn yesterday. Reverend Kevin shared something that literally stopped me in my tracks. He said, money is a tool, not a scorecard. And the more I thought about what he said, the more I realized that many adults spend years trying to prove their worth through money because nobody taught them this lesson when they were young. So today, I want to share 6 lessons I learned from our conversation and from the youth leadership literacy challenge he led last summer that I believe every parent should hear about, because I don't think our job is simply to raise children who know about money. I think our job is to raise children who know how to steward money, how to steward opportunities, how to steward their talents and responsibilities as well. So here are the 6 lessons. Lesson 1: children learn from observation rather than instruction. One of Reverend Kevin's comments really resonated with me. He said, financial habits are rarely formed through one lesson. They are absorbed through thousands of observation. And I want you to think about it. Children learn from watching us. They learn how we handle stress. They learn how we spend, how we invest, how we save, how we give, how we talk about money. That's how children learn. So instead of just giving them instructions, I want you to know that they are constantly observing you. Before children learn financial concepts, they actually learn financial behaviors. So I want you to ask yourself, what is my child currently learning from watching me? And you might be doing things even subconsciously that you're not even aware that your child is watching you. So ask yourself this: what is my child currently learning just from observing me? Okay, so lesson 2 is that money is a tool, not a measure of your worth. This may be one of the most important lessons we can teach our children. Money doesn't determine your value. Money doesn't determine your worth. Money doesn't determine your identity. Money is a tool, and a tool can be used poorly or wisely. But it is not who we are. Money doesn't define who we are. Many adults spend years chasing validation through money because they unknowingly linked their worth to their net worth. We can teach our kids something healthier. So I want you to tell your child, your value is in who you are. You are valuable because of who you are, not because of how much money you have in your bank account. Okay. Lesson 3: ownership changes identity. One thing I loved about the challenge Reverend Kevin held in his church last summer that he shared with me is that every participant eventually became a shareholder. They became a shareholder in Ford Motors. And think about that. Not everyone won the challenge. I think two people came out top in the challenge, but everyone in the challenge became an owner. Ownership changes how people think. Children who own something begin to think differently. They become more curious. They become more responsible. They become more engaged in the process of becoming financially responsible. So I want you to look for age appropriate ways you can help your child experience ownership. Okay. Lesson number 4, decision making is a muscle. The students in the challenge weren't just learning how to invest. They were making decisions. They tracked their results. They reflected on outcomes. That's powerful because confidence doesn't come from information alone. Confidence comes from experience. Children develop confidence by making decisions. Some will be good, some won't, but that's how wisdom develops. So here's an action for you to try. I want you to give your child more opportunities to make age appropriate decisions and discuss outcomes with them. Lesson 5, stewardship is taught through repetition. Imagine teaching your child how to steward money, how to understand that the money they make and earn is given to them for them to steward, to grow, to invest, and to use for good in the world. Reverend Kevin shared that parents and mentors reinforce stewardship through repetition and modeling. I think it is so important because stewardship isn't just one conversation. It is actually hundreds of conversations had over time. It is showing children how to manage resources, how to delay gratification, how to think long term, how to be generous, how to make thoughtful decisions. Choose one stewardship lesson you want to model and use that this week. Think of ways you can model that to your child and track the results. Lesson 6, the goal is formation, not just more information. I think this might be the biggest takeaway. The goal isn't to simply teach children facts and figures. The goal is shaping them in how they think. It is how they make decisions, how they handle responsibilities, how they view opportunities, how they relate to money. The challenge Reverend Kevin shared with me wasn't simply teaching financial literacy. It was helping young people develop judgment, responsibility, patience, confidence, and stewardship. And that's what we need more of. In fact, Reverend Kevin sent me the press release, the media release, and it's a PDF. I want to highlight some of the things. I have it open on my phone. So the challenge was held last summer. It was the Summer Financial Literacy Challenge. And the children were given $500 of investment money. So it was a $500 money order, and they were asked to invest. So this was demo investing. This was demo money, and in the press release it says, guided by parents and mentors, students gravitated in investing in popular brands like Amazon, Disney, Roblox, Apple, Walmart, and their portfolio grew 3.6%. More than quadrupling the broader market gains during the same period. And here it says real ownership is real impact. So the students were taught with the guidance of their parents how to invest in the stock market, and they noticed a huge shift in how the children view themselves and how they viewed ownership, because they were entrusted to make investment decisions, obviously with the help of their parents. So these were children from ages 3 to 18, young, right? From ages 3 to 18, learning how to invest. This is incredible. Each participant were given a personalized stock certificate, as a registered shareholder in Ford Motor Company. How amazing is that? That the children got to experience this. This is real ownership. And I really, really want to thank Reverend Kevin for sending this to me. So, parents, the future belongs to young children who can think critically, make decisions, good decisions, create value, steward resources, and adapt to change. Those skills don't magically appear at the age of 18. They are developed over time and they begin at home. I want to personally thank Reverend Kevin T. Stewart for sharing his depth of wisdom on my post yesterday from yesterday's live streaming on LinkedIn. I feel really, really honored and blessed. Thank you, Reverend Kevin, for your generosity, for sharing the media release for the Summer Financial Literacy Challenge you led in New York last summer. I'm actually going to tag him in the description below so you can go follow his work as a leadership strategist for institutional leaders. If this conversation resonated with you today, I'd love to invite you to explore the Wealth Builders Academy for Kids. Our goal isn't simply to teach children about money. Our goal is to help them develop confidence, leadership, communication skills, entrepreneurship thinking, stewardship, and real world life skills that will serve them for many, many years to come. You can view the full curriculum of the program using my link in bio. Take a look at the program, and if you have any questions at all, please send me a DM. I'd love to learn more about your child and how I can help your child become better stewards of money, think entrepreneurially, be able to harness their leadership skills, because I believe all children have leadership skills. All we have to do is to shine the light and show them their brilliance. Before we wrap up, I want you to ask yourself this. What is one lesson about money or stewardship you wish someone had taught you as a child? I want you to tell me in the comments, because this is what we need to teach our children now. So what do you wish that you really, really knew growing up about money? I am so excited for this series. I will see you back here next time. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. It's Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend.